What's a character that you love playing, but after an update to the game, that patch basically ruined it for you? I can remember when the last doll scene, like, I think it was the patch before this one came out, when they hit doll scene, or Dawson, however you pronounce it, they hit him with a patch, and people was talking about like how he was basically useless now. But then next thing you know, like this last tournament and stuff that happened, the first offline event, Mr. Crimson came out and won, and now everybody's back to talking about like, oh, you know, Dawson, you see, he needs to be nerfed again and stuff like that. So it's just funny to ask like the the changes and stuff a patch can make, and how the opinions of the people can sway to and fro and stuff like that, because they really do affect your characters. So, starting with you, Mr. Game and Live, do you remember a character that was dope for you, and then a patch came, and then next thing you know, like, um, it was sad news for you? So, starting with you.
Sonya, MK11. Everybody and their mama was talking about how Sonya's so good. She's so good. She do so much damage. Oh my god, she's the best character in the game. I look. Sonya, I've told people for the longest, Sonya was only good because people just the game was new. She didn't. Her mix was nowhere near as deadly as a lot of other characters in the game. Her tools were nowhere as deadly. Her zoning was only okay. She got bodied by characters like Cetrion. Like there was no winning the zone there. She lost the zoning battle between Jay, in my opinion. They nerfed her. They took away her ground bounce air move for the anti-air grab. And I was like, it no longer ground bounce. And I like combos. I love the way her combos were structured. I like the way they look. And it's like it just to me it just the character wasn't fun anymore. I still played her. I still played pretty much Sonya almost exclusively, even after she got nerfed. So it's not like I only played it. I like the character. I like the way she rocks. I like her. She has one of the fastest wave dashes. So I'm all about movement. So that's one of the reasons why I like to play her. Um, but yeah, she just like that whole taking the ground bounce thing away. I'm like, you only took it away, but then you still give other characters like certain things. They still have these certain moves. It's like Geras over there can literally stop time and can literally throw you which your way, all this stuff, all these crazy crushing blows. Even after they nerfed his crushing blows to me was still kind of ridiculous. Like, and the character to me was still good. So yeah, that was one I can definitely think of most recent that I was just like, okay, all you had to do was just nerf her damage. Her damage was the only thing that she really had. Like she had that one mix was back 1 4, back 1 2. That was the overhead or low, and all you gotta do was block the overhead because like the low could go into projectile, but it's like that was only a problem. A problem if you're in the corner, you could do the projectile cancel, the ring cancel. So all you gotta do is literally block overhead. Just take the low. There's nothing she can really do from that. She gets minimal damage up there. So I'm like, why is everybody like such an issue with Sonya? Now I think I barely see Sonya. It's almost like seeing a Sonya is like seeing a shiny Pokemon now. I'm like, yeah, I talked about this kill. She's just so good. And like all you had to do was nerf the damage. You could have just nerfed the damage. You didn't have to nerf the ground bounce. I don't know. It just bothered me. They took the bounce away. I'm like, what was the point of that? All you had to do was nerf her damage. So I mean, that just made me a little salty. It's like what? Like you take that away? Like yeah, I know she has the anti-air crushing blow, but it's like all you had to do was reduce her damage. That's it. That's all you had to do was reduce her damage. But here we are, man. So and like I said, I guess it's because I like combos. I like characters with these crazy combos, juggles, air to ground bounces, and and they just took it away from him. Like, bro, you didn't have to do that. But it is what it is. They take stuff away like that and then give other characters all crazy stuff. Now we got the different variations, and Citrion is out here throwing a whole geological demographic at you. He's throwing tornadoes and everything at you that she has. But giving letting Sonya keep a ground bounce was just too much. I guess that was just too much. That ground bounce was too much. I see. I get it. It's too much. But on E, I'm done. My salt is starting to show.
So I wouldn't say that like this character was necessarily ruined by an update. I wouldn't say they were ruined, but I was definitely less inclined to play them. Mm, yeah, I was less inclined to play. I'm talking about Miguel and Tekken 7. There were a couple of changes. I think it was during like what was it, season 3? I think at the beginning of season 3 that I was not happy with. One of the biggest change to me that was like the most glaring change to me was when they basically took away the push. They reduced the pushback that you got whenever you did, if somebody blocked Savage down forward two. So the one where he basically does like that crazy uppercut. If normally, if you were in like season 2, if like you did that move and somebody blocked it, like I mean, if they got hit, they were launched. But if they blocked it, it was basically like he's like this big strong guy, right? So he does the move and it basically pushes you back halfway across the screen. So it was pretty much unpunishable. Now, I know some of you out there might be saying, well, of course, MC, why? Of course, they would change that. So, it's kind of cheap if like you can do a move like that like, pushes people back and it's basically a safe move. It does mad damage, it launches you, and then of course, then on block, it knocks you away so you can't even punish it. And I think like, yeah, exactly. I liked it that way. I liked it in a way that I could do that move with impunity. That was probably my favorite move to do because I knew that if somebody blocked it, there was nothing I'm like, okay, you either one of two things happens, maybe three. Maybe one, you're really, really good at the game and you read my mind and you were able to see, yeah, he's going to do Savage down forward too. And you sidestep it, at which point I have no complaints because, you're just better at me. You're just better than me at the game. All right, good job. Number two is my preferred thing that happened is you get hit by the move. You're launched, and then I do a combo and I do like a bunch of damage, which is my preferred thing to happen. Number three, which is my second best option, is you block the move, but then you get pushed all the way over there, so you can't punish me. So, I mean, it was, man, I love that move so much. That was definitely my favorite move. Pretty much my favorite move in almost any fighting game that I've ever played was Savage down forward two, Savage down forward two. Because then if you block it, you can't punish me. And if you hit, you're hit. So there were a couple of other changes that they made to Miguel, but that was the move. That was the change I was kind of like, oh man, because then, not everybody could punish it, but there were a few people that, I mean, yeah, I think everybody can punish that. I'm pretty sure. So now, like, it's just kind of, it's not toothless, but it's definitely not as good as it used to be. So I'm season 2 down forward two. I miss you. Please come back to me.
There's not really a character that I can think of for myself, but I know there's a character that I've been seeing like every Street Fighter Five patch notes that the fans of this character is just always asking why does Capcom hate us so much? Why do they keep doing this to us? And it's Zangief. Like every time a patch comes out, they're like, why do you keep nerfing Geef? Like you've nerfed him every season. Like what do y'all have against Geef, man? Like this dude, he like some people even joke like what is his name? Itabon Zangief. Like they be like this man must have did somebody like at Capcom headquarters, bro. He must have made somebody mad because they just keep nerfing Geef. And it's like it's just like funny to see the tweets of people who just like don't understand like what else is there left to nerf on this man. Like the only thing left is just to delete him out of the game. Like so it's like they done it consistently every season. So it's like hilarious, and people would just be like, "Bro, it's already only 2 Geef mains in the whole Street Fighter Five universe, and like y'all just still nerfing this man." Like, I don't know, man. I don't know what it is. I don't know what Capcom got against Geef or something like that. It got to be something personal, man. He must have came out of the game and like, grab somebody and 360 like power drive somebody right in the middle of their office. So I don't know what it is, but like this man can't catch a break, and it's hilarious. So, but yeah. Anybody else have anything to
Good.
add?
Oh, Skeef just doing too much. Oh, I'm a flex to your. Oh, get out of here.
Bro, they be distraught.
People complaining about that, man. Like, he just supposed to armor through everything, and just I can't even touch him, and he just SP. Come on, get out of here. Can't stand grapplers, man.
This guy, man.
Bro, they be distraught on Twitter, bro. It'd be hilarious. Like, every note, I just, you just Birdman rub your hands because it's finna be a Geef nerf and they about to be on there just sick to their stomach. Like,